Hi, my name is Akshay Kadolkar. So this lecture for BBA third sem. So the subject name is Corporate Accounting first. Okay. So in this subject there are five models are there. So we will see one by one. So first of all we will take the first model, which is the company accounts. Okay. So the corporate accounting, we, it's it is a specific branch of accounting and which deals with the accounting for company preparation of final account or fund flow statement analysis and interpreting of company's financial results and accounting for specific events, for that is the amalgamation, merger, or the absorptions preparation is consolidate balance sheets. Okay, so this is the corporate accounting. So you know the corporate means what's. Okay, so only corporate means what's the company. Okay, the corporate is nothing but what's the company. Okay, so now we will see the meaning of company. So meaning of company is what? It is an artificial person created by law having separate entity with perpetual succession and common seal. Okay, so it is an artificial person. So this company is an artificial person. So it means what? It is not the natural person. Okay, so company is an artificial person. It means what? It is created by the man. Okay, so it is created by the man. Okay, so it is an artificial person created by law. Okay, so created by law means what? With the help of this rules and regulation of the Companies Act. So with the help of this law it is a created. Okay, so having separate entity. Okay, so this company or the business having the separate entity, it means what? They having the separate rules and regulation. Okay, so with perpetual succession. So perpetual succession means what? So we cannot that wind up. Okay, we cannot the close the company after the incorporations. Okay, so without the Companies Act. Okay, suppose if anyone die from the board of directors, or if anyone die from the shareholders, then we cannot wind up the company. Okay, so some rules and regulations are there of the Companies Act. Okay, and the common seal. So this common seal is used for all the company's documents. It is a common. Okay, so it is the meaning of the company. So it is an artificial person created by law having separate entity with perpetual succession and common seal. Okay, so this is the meaning of the company. So now see types of the shares. Okay, types of shares. You know what I mean by shares. Okay, shares means what? Small part of the capital. What? Small part of the capital is nothing but what? The shares. Okay, is nothing but what? The shares. There are two types of the shares. Which are those two types? The first one is the equity shares and second one is a preference shares. Okay, so first one is the what? Equity shares. So now see what in by equity shares. Equity shares are those shares which does not get preference or preference shares in case of payment of dividend and repayment of capital. Okay, so this is the meaning of the equity shares. Okay, so equity shares, those who are taking the equity shares, these are the real owner of the company or real owner of the business. Okay, and after taking these equity shares from the company, they have right to vote for the selection of the board of directors members. Okay, so but they don't have right to take the fixed rate of dividend and the repayment of capital. Okay, so they don't have right to take the repayment of capital and the payment of dividend. Okay, so you know meaning of dividend. Okay, dividend means what? It is some part or some percentage of the profit is distributed to the shareholders. Okay, at the end of the years, whatever the company is getting profit or the business is getting profit, out of that some part or the some percentage is distributed to the shareholders, is nothing but what? The dividend. Okay, so next one is what's preference shares. So now what are preference shares? Preference shares are those shares which gets preference over equity shares in case of payment of dividend and repayment of capital. Okay, so the preference shareholders have right to take the fixed rate of dividend every year and the repayment of the capital, but they don't have right to vote for the selection of the board of director members. Okay, but they have right to take the fixed rate of dividend. Okay, so this is the meaning, or this is the difference between the equity shares and the preference shares. Okay, so about these shares in the next slide. So different phases of share capital. Okay, so now see, there are different phases are there of the share capital. So which are those different phases? So first one is a what's authorized capital, second one is a issued capital, third one is a subscribed capital, fourth one is a called up capital, and last one is a what's paid up capital. Okay, so now we will see one by one. So first one is a what's authorized capital. First one is a what's authorized capital. So now see, what mean by authorized capital? Authorized capital is the amount of share capital which a company is authorized to issue by its memorandum of association. Okay, issue by its memorandum of association. Okay, so now see, this authorized capital means what? Okay, so this authorized capital is mentioned in the memorandum of association. Okay, it is specified in the memorandum of association. So now this, what in mind this memorandum of association? So for the incorporation of the company, or for the registration of the company, after formation of the company, they want to register the company in the registrar office. Okay, so while registering or while incorporating, so at that time two documents are required. Okay, the two documents are required. So which are those two documents are required? So memorandum of association and the article of association. So these two documents are required. Okay, so now we will see what by memorandum of association. In the memorandum of associations, it involves the objectives of the company. Okay, so it involves what? Objectives of the company. It means what? After while incorporating, so they want to submit this memorandum of association, and the memorandum of association includes what? The objectives of company. Okay, so what is the purpose behind to start the company? Okay, so like this they are mentioned in the memorandum of association. Okay, in this memorandum of association, some clauses are there. Okay, some clauses are there. So which are those clauses? Name clause, register clause, office clause, or the capital clause. Okay, so now see this authorized capital. So in that capital clause they mentioned. Okay, so the mention, what the mentions? So this much capital the required for the company. For example, the 40 lakh they mentioned in the memorandum of association. So this 40 lakh is required for the company to start the company. Okay, for the working for the company's 40 lakh capital is required. Okay, so after mentioning, so while raising the capital from the public, they can only raise up to 40 lakh. Beyond that, they cannot raise the capital rupees from 40 lakh. Okay, so this is nothing but what? The authorized capital. Okay, this is nothing but the authorized capital. So next one is a what's issued capital. So now see, what by issued capital? It is that part of the authorized capital which is actually issued to the public for subscription, including the shares allotted to vendors and signatories to the company's memorandum. Okay, so issued capital means what? It is the part of the authorized capital. Okay, and so this, it is part of the authorized capital, and the company may not issue the entire authorized capital at once. Okay, so company may not issue the entire authorized capital at once. It means it issued to time public for subscription in the form of shares. Okay, so issued capital means it is issued for the public to subscribe. Okay, for to the subscribe. So this is nothing but the issued capital. So next one is a what? Subscribed capital. So now see, what in by subscribed capital? Subscribed capital means what? It is the part of the issued capital which has been actually subscribed by the public. Okay, which has been actually subscribed by the public. Okay, so it means what? Actually is subscribed capital means what? For which application are received from the public. Okay, actually application received from the public is nothing but the subscribed capital. Okay, So next one is what's called up capital. Okay, so now see what impact called up capital. It is the part of the subscribed capital which has been called up by the company. A company does not call at once the full amount on each of the shares it has allotted, and therefore calls up only such as it needs. Okay, so this is nothing but the called up capital. It means what? Which is called up by the company. Okay, which is called up by the company. Okay, so for example, just see, for understanding for this called up capital, suppose XYZ company is there. Okay, XYZ company is there, and so this XYZ company is issuing share to the public. Okay, issuing share to the public. Okay, and suppose one person purchase one share. Okay, one person purchased one share, and the one share price is rupees 10, for example, is rupees 10. Okay, so now the how this 10 rupees collect from this public? Okay, by the company. Okay, so this company will make that 10 rupees, they will collect in a different way. Okay, so in a different way means what? The company will collect from the from this person. First they will collect 5 rupees, next it will collect 3 rupees, next it will collect rupees 2. Okay, the total is rupees 10. Okay, so called up capital means what? When company is calling for the first call rupees, they want to pay the 5. After some month, after some period, they want to pay the second call is rupees 3, and last call is rupees 2. Okay, so this is like this. It means what? Which has been called by the company to pay the shares. Okay, to pay the shareholders. Okay, so this is what's called up capital. Okay, so next one is what's paid up capital. So paid up capital means what? It is that part of capital against which payment has been received from the members on their respective shares in response to the calls made by the company. Okay, so it means what? In last examples what I have seen, uh, the this 10 rupees is bifurcated into 3 ways. Okay, rupees 5, rupees 3, and rupees 2. Okay, so paid up capital means what? Suppose this person paid rupees 5. Okay, so actually amount paid to the company is nothing but the paid up capital. Okay, so these are the different phases are there of the shares capital. First one is the authorized capital, second one is the issued capital, third one is a subscribed capital, fourth one is a called up capital, and last one is a what's paid up capital. Okay, so these are the different phases are there. So next, in the next slide, see issue of shares. Okay, what's issue of shares? Now see the issue of shares at par value, issue of shares at premium value, issue of shares at discount value. Okay, so now see what do you mean by this issue of shares at par value? It means the issue of shares at a price equal to the face value of shares, equal to the face value of shares. It means what? The suppose for example one share is there and the face value of share is rupees 10, the original value of share is rupees 10. Okay, and so while issuing the shares to the public, also they are issuing or they are selling at rupees 10 rupees for the 10, then it means what? Issue of shares at par value to the public. Okay, so this is the issue of shares. Okay, so next see issue of shares at premium value. So issue of shares at premium value means what? It means the issue of shares at price higher than the face value of the shares. Okay, higher than the face value of the shares, it means what? The premium value. Suppose 10 rupees is the face value of the shares, or the original value of shares is rupees 10, and while issuing the shares is rupees 12 or is rupees 15. Okay, so it means what? Higher than the face value, then it's nothing but what? The shares at premium value. Okay, so next issue of shares at discount value, issue of shares at discount value. So issue of shares at discount value means what? Shares at price less than the face value of shares. Okay, suppose the value of shares is rupees 10 and their company is selling is rupees 8 or rupees 7, then is nothing but the issue of shares at discount value. Okay, so these are the types of the issue of shares. Okay, in the next slides we will see calls in arrears. Okay, calls in arrears. So it means what, if some amount called in respect of shares is not paid before or on the specific date fixed for payment, such amount which is not paid is called in arrears. Okay, suppose if the shareholders unable to pay the call money to the company, then the company is getting problem, so it's nothing but the calls in arrears. Okay, suppose the 10 rupees there, and this 10 rupees bifurcated in the first call, second call, third call. Okay, the first call is rupees 5, second call is rupees 3, third call is rupees 2. Okay, the shareholders first call paid, second call also paid rupees 3, but final call, okay, so which is remaining is rupees 2. Okay, so if it is shareholders unable to pay that or fail to pay that to the company, then the company is getting problem, so it's nothing but what, calls in arrears. Okay, it's nothing but the calls in arrears. Okay, so next one is what's over subscription. Now see, this over subscription means what, the public may apply for more shares than those offered to them. When the public apply for more shares than those offered to them is called over subscriptions. Okay, then is called what's the over subscription. So it means what, suppose for example, suppose company is issuing 100 shares to the public. Okay, company is issuing 100 shares to the public, but the application, it means the public subscribed 150 applications. Okay, 150 applications came for the shares to the company. Okay, so it means what, the 50 is extra subscribed. Okay, 50% subscribed, so it is nothing but the over subscription. Okay, is nothing but the over subscription. It means what, the demand is increased for the shares. Okay, demand is increased for the purchasing of the shares. Okay, so this is nothing but the over subscription. Okay, so next is what's under subscription. So now see what is by under subscription, when the number of shares applied for the public is less than the number of shares offered for subscription is called under subscriptions. Okay, so it means what, if suppose companies issued 100 shares, what, 100 shares, but the subscribed people is only 90 or is only 80%, so it means what's less demand. Okay, it means what's the less demand for the shares is nothing but the under subscriptions. Okay, it is nothing but the under subscription. Next, last one, forfeiture of shares. Okay, forfeiture of the shares. So it means what's cancelling the shares for non-payment of calls due. If any shareholders does not pay the amount of a call, the company may exercise the power to forfeit those shares. Okay, so forfeiture of shares means what, in simple language, cancellation of rights of the shareholders. Okay, cancellation of the rights of the shares. If it is unable to pay or fail to pay the call money to the company, then the company will make the cancellation of the rights of the shareholders. Okay, so this is nothing but the forfeiture of the shares. Okay, in the next slides, just see, these are the journal entries. Okay, so these journal entries, the more journal entries in these journal entries are the important for this company's account, for the preparation of the company's accounts. Okay, so 26 journal entries are there. In these first slides there are 4. Okay, so for receipts of applications for shares together with application money. Okay, so for this application money, this first journal entry and the second journal entry is relating to that. Okay, so bank account debit to share application account credit. Okay, and second entry is also for the application money, share application account debit to share application account credit. Okay, so for allotment money due, share allotment account debit to share capital account credit, and for allotment of money received, so bank account debit to share allotment account credit. Okay, so for this allotment purpose, this third entry and fourth entry is for the allotment of money. The next slide, for the call money, it means for the first call, it is this fifth entry and the sixth entry is required. Okay, so these journal entries you have to by hand. Okay, so you have to by heart these journal entries. These journal entries are very important to solve the problems relating to the company's account. Okay.